Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. As always, guys, thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. So, Virgo, what do we have for this week? There's this. So it's kind of like, um, choking on your words. It may, or somebody's choking on their words around you. I don't know. There's something that needs to come out. There's something that has to be said. There's something that needs to be put out, kind of like out in the air, in order to bring something to an end, whether it is whether it's an argument, or arguments within a relationship, whether romantically, it doesn't really matter, platonic, at work, or whatever. There is a needing to have a conversation, but needing to kind of like having it when all parties are receptive to listening to what the other people are saying. Because it almost kind of feels like there is this repetitive back and forth arguing, but you guys are repeating the same thing to each other, but nobody's listening. You can hear, right? You have the ability to hear, but you're not listening because you're so focused on what you're going to say. Now, this energy, and don't come at me saying that it's not you, because it's both of you. It's whether it's you and one person, you and three people, whatever the heck it is. Everybody is exhibiting the same energy. Now, if you want to say that it's not you, then that's okay. That's on you. At the end of the day, you only take whatever you resonate with. But there's a sense here of like, whoever's involved in this argumentative type of energy, whether there has been like a falling out, or like there's a separation, there's kind of like giving each other like the silent treatment, this cold shoulder type of energy. Everybody that is within the situation played a part in how things unfolded. So if you feel that you're the only one that needs to be heard, come again? And I'll leave it with that for that. So there there is a sense of like, yeah, a conversation has to happen, but you have to be, you yourself have to be in a place where you are, and I don't even want to say it, because where you are at least willing to be receptive, to at least listening. Now, when I tell you to be receptive, I'm not telling you that you have to agree with what the other person is saying, but at least allow them to get their point of view out. Because the same way that you want to be able to talk and get your point of view out without being interrupted, etc., it's the same way that they want to. And a lot of the times you may be blinded to the fact that you do to this person or to these individuals the same thing that you don't like that they do to you. So this week, when it comes to having this conversation, when it comes to finally putting something to rest, there is a sense of like, watch yourself with your mouth, especially. Whether it is you or the other people involved in the situation, there is a sense of like somebody swallowing their own words, right? There was always this thing where we used to say it when we were kids. Parents used to say it to us. They used to say, "No hay culpa para arriba para que la saliva no te caiga en la cara," which basically means don't spit upward in the air so that your own saliva won't fall in your face. So it's basically like, be careful with what it is that you are saying, because sometimes that shit comes right back to hit, like slap you in the face, right? Like comes right back, right? So just, you're not perfect, Virgo. None of us are, right? I like to say we are imperfectly perfect, right? Because we all have our flaws, right? And And I feel that there, from your energy, there may be this little thing where you think that you've done no wrong and it's all the other person's fault. And in reality, you had a part to play in this. Whether it was something as simple as allowing somebody to get away with a certain behavior and not putting certain boundaries up, well, you are responsible for the boundaries that you set, and that you put in place and that you follow through with. So if you feel like somebody took advantage of you, well, did you set certain boundaries up? Or when these little notions of things were happening, did you just allow them to happen, or did you again speak up for yourself? So it's almost kind of like you allow a situation to continue, and when it became too much, now you're trying to get this person to take accountability for everything that they've done towards you, when at that moment when they had done it to you, whatever it was, whether they spoke to you a certain way or whatever, you didn't speak up. So this person obviously thought that it was okay to treat you or to talk to you a certain way. So that's where your own accountability has to come in. So let's go ahead and let's pull out three tarot. We have the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Shadow side in the reverse. So someone here is unwilling or not going to admit their part, their flaws, their issues. And again, whether it is you, Virgo, or the other person, somebody doesn't want to face that part of themselves. Because it's almost kind of like, if you admit to yourself that you should have set better boundaries, or you should have followed through with your boundaries, then you can't put all the blame on the other person. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a card for love. What is the love energy for Virgo? Now, love can be a relationship, or whether romantic, platonic, work, etc. Oh, excuse me, guys. So, and I don't think I'm sleepy. I think I'm hungry. I think I'm getting hungry. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So for those of you that are, whether you're single or in a relationship or whatever it may be, there are things that are still unfolding. I feel that we do have the trust card in the bottom. Again, you have to practice boundaries when it comes to other people, because I feel that you end up having a lot of issues with individuals because you don't set boundaries right away, whether it is because you're trying to be you're super helpful or whatever it is, but then at the end of the day it comes and bites you in the ass. Let's go, and I don't mean, I do hope that you guys know that when I do these readings, I'm not attacking anyone. Because sometimes, I watch the videos sometimes, and I'm like, yo, am I? And I'm like, nah, you're good. But, with how things are turning out, let's put it this way, in the world, and people being so over freaking sensitive over everything, it's like, sometimes you're gonna have to I have to catch myself when I question myself, like, wait, am I being? No, I'm not. I am speaking what I am picking up on, right? And if that offends somebody or rubs somebody or triggers somebody in a certain way, that's not my responsibility, right? I'm responsible for what I am saying, and it is not like I am sitting here judging you. Let's put it that way. I am just telling you the energies that I'm picking up. If that makes sense. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card to close your reading. What do we have for Virgo? What do we have for Virgo? Are you up? Oh, she's up. Because she was breathing so freaking hard. I thought she was going to start snoring. She didn't, though. What do we have for Virgo? The wolf, again, this wolf does not want to leave. This is like the third time it comes out. Number 44, devour the ferocious calling within, the hollowing of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing. So again, this seems to be the theme for this week, is a lot of liberation, a lot of freeing yourself from a lot of situations, but most of all, most importantly, is allowing yourself to be yourself and accepting every aspect of yourself exactly as you are, and knowing that, whether people say that you're selfish or you're this or you're that or you're evil or you're mean or whatever it is, guess what, lovely? Every part of who you are has a role to play. And unfortunately, or I should say fortunately, certain people are not gonna like that, right? And you have to learn to be okay with that, and you have to learn to be yourself always, and be okay with the fact that you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. It is what it is. That is all I have for you for this week. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing. Guys, take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye bye.